Hi, my love. Welcome to part 2. So this is where we're going to be talking about each individual month. I just need to shuffle my cards so that everything is good to go. So I just thought I would just turn on the video and let it run. Please feel free to skip forward if you want to skip through all of this shuffling. But it's just easier for me to shuffle everything all at once, get everything pooled, and then I don't have to worry about it as we go each month by month. So I feel like I'm gonna do one of each oracle. I pulled 2 extra oracle decks so I can do less tarot and more oracle because I was just feeling really called to do that for you. This one. This one I need to make sure I shuffle pretty good because it was in order. All right. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do 2 and then pull 3 from this deck. I need to keep shuffling these though because I can't. I don't want those year cards to be all bunched up together, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead and pull for the months. Let me put this down so you could see my table more so than me. I have my snack over here. Please don't mind that. Okay, so this is January, February, March, April, oops, May, and June. All right, so I'm gonna keep these guys off to the side so I could pull for the next video, but everything is shuffled, so that makes it easier. Okay, so January, February, March, April, May, and June. All right. So let's talk January. All right, my love. So there we go. So January. So you have out with the old, in with the new. I'm not going to read the whole little message here. I just like to look at the blurb. But out with the old, in with the new. Creativity, which is exactly what I was saying for you with that Empress energy. Creativity, divine guidance, I love that. Creation. Wow. That's exactly what I was just talking about. I love that. So we have the Hermit, the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, the Ten of Pentacles, and the World. This card kept popping out, and remember how I had to keep shuffling? This one kept popping out. So the World definitely wanted to pop out for you for this message. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing is the creation and creativity theme for January is strong, okay? So what I was saying about the Empress and the Empress being about creation and creativity and, you know, starting up new things, that is very, very strong for January, whether this is the continuing, because I know you mentioned that you started your marketing. So if this is just something that is very new and fresh, January is definitely revealing that. I do feel like this is new and more ideas will be coming to you. So whatever you are working with right now, it's definitely, I feel there's going to be another shift and a change. So be open to that. Be open to some new ideas. Be open to new possibilities. Nothing is completely set in stone too. So I do see January as a good month for stirring up new ideas and bringing some new stuff, new fresh things into the future. Sorry, I have a lot of lint flying around. What else? Out with the old, in with the new. I also feel for January, obviously when we are in New Year mode, we are in the mode of starting over. It's a fresh new start, right? This is the time where a lot of people restart diets or they start, their New Year's resolutions and all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's kind of a theme that we're going to see with you too. But out with the old is kind of telling you to get rid of whatever you don't need. Get rid of stuff from the previous year. Get rid of stuff even from this month as you're watching this. Stuff that you just don't want to bring with you and have tag along into your new year. Out with the old is kind of telling you to get rid of it. Okay. This is a good time to throw out or take out the trash and to make room and make space for new and exciting things and new beginnings and all of that kind of stuff. I see the divine guidance card coming up is kind of telling you that your pathway, your endeavors are divinely guided. You are on the path. I also literally see this card as spirit just saying that, yes, you're right. You are on the right path. You made the right choice. You are going in the direction that you need to go. Okay. I love this because, with January, it's the new beginnings and we have the World card, which is the endings. And I feel like that kind of resonates too with out with the old and with the new, that it's very important that you remove yourself or remove things that just you don't want to bring with you into this new year. It's very important that you shed those skins. The Hermit card to me is going inward, okay? So I feel like that is also kind of goes along with the Hangman in your theme for the year, going inward, and you get a lot of your best ideas when you are focusing solo, when you are really in it, right? When you separate yourself from the coworkers and the friends and everybody else, like when you are alone and you're meditating or when you're working solo, that's when you get some of your best and your strongest ideas from. So January is calling you to go more into hermit mode, to get stuff done, to get more focused on your creativity and your creation. Nine of Cups to me, the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups just definitely tells me this is an abundant time. January is going to be very, very good for you. It'll be fruitful. I see that with the Ten of Pentacles. I see the Nine of Cups as feeling like emotionally on point. So I definitely see really good things coming to you for January. It's just going to feel overall really good. Right at the core, we have the Lovers card popping up for you. So this is choices. These are, making major decisions and whatnot, and just trusting your ability to know what is best for you at that time. But I also see the Lovers too as your acquaintances or your friendships, your relationships, and that kind of thing too. So I feel like there's going to be a shift. Like, remember I was saying earlier in the previous video, changes with, you know, with certain people and stuff, that kind of thing, the flow of stuff. I feel that there's going to be reuniting with people from your past, but there could also be cutting the cord and releasing other people that are just not either worthy of your time anymore, or you just don't resonate with anymore. And I feel like that all kind of goes with that energy of out with the old and with the new. So you'll see a shift, like kind of like a transfer of getting rid of people that you don't have that connection with anymore, but also inviting new people into your life. So you might see a switch up. You might see changes happening with your social circle as far as friends are concerned. So I do feel like, I don't know, for some reason, I feel like the divine guidance is kind of spirit saying that, yes, you're on the right path. So I don't know if that's something you personally have asked. Like if you wonder, did I make the right choice, or am I on the right path? But I do see that card as signifying, yes, that you are. Okay. So month of February. February, you have success, completion. I love that. Success, completion. We have cleanse, harmony, renewal. Lots of like endings and new beginnings happening here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Tower, Page of Cups. So lots and lots of breakdowns. Remember how I was telling you about that one of your theme cards was the Three of Pentacles, and I was saying this is rebuilding and kind of like a makeover mode. I see that happening definitely with January, but February is also showing successes. But February is also showing a need for cleaning, okay? Cleansing. Is the cleanse a physical cleanse of your space? Or is the cleanse an emotional and energetic cleanse of you? Is it a cleanse of the relationship that you're in, if you're in one? I'm not sure if you are or not. Or is it a cleansing of a friendship or a connection with work? You know, it's different. It's going to be different for you in different ways. So I'm just kind of throwing it all out there, and whatever resonates for you, you're going to take that and then, you know, leave everything else. I feel like, so there's definitely a cleansing taking place, successes. The harmony and renewal, I feel, is a sense of self. I really feel like February, you're going to feel a new renewed person, a sense of self with a new renewal, and being in harmony with who you are and how you are. So I see that as a positive. I see that as kind of like you're feeling more in the glow. You feel more like yourself. You're feeling more put together. And I do feel like that's a good positive for you too. I feel like when you take out the trash and when you are cleansing and you're clearing out your energy, yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally, all of the above, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel a better sense of self, right? Also, I see this renewal, it's red. So that to me is the root chakra. I see the orange as the sacral. So remember when I was saying earlier, the lower chakras, you're going to be paying more attention to this year. I do feel that strongly with you. The root chakra and the sacral chakra are going to be the two that you really need to put more effort into. And so definitely write those down for notes, and then do your research on what the root chakra is. What is the sacral chakra? Because I could go forever in that, but I'm not here to teach the chakras. I'm just here to tell you the root and the sacral are definitely the two that you're going to be working a lot with. Perhaps the cleanse card could say there's a need for an energetic cleanse of the two chakras. Your tarot cards, that the only thing that's a little bit challenging for February with this Tower card to me tells me that there could be a little bit of a shakeup. So there could be something that will take place that is going to require a cleanse, that is going to require a purge. So Tower card energy is usually the universe making things happen in our life. It's stuff we can't control, but it's necessary change that we need to have happen. So don't fear it, but don't be surprised if something major happens in February, something like the car breaks down, or a bill that you weren't ready for, or something else happens in the house that's going to require uprooting, right? Because that's what tower energy is. The tower, this could also, talk about a role that you have with someone in your life. Is it a friend? Is it work? Because I also see this Eight of Pentacles popping up here. And the Eight of Pentacles is the need to work, the need to put in the work and the time for this. So it's not something that you can push under the rug and deal with later. Whatever takes place in February is going to be something you're going to have to deal with right away. But it's going to be necessary. Overall, though, to have the Nine of Cups pop up again for you for the month, and to me, this is just at the core, it's nothing that you can't handle, right? So I feel like even though we have a tower moment happening, we have a cleanse that's needing to take place, we see some, physical work that's going to have to be done. Your emotional stance with the Nine of Cups is definitely showing that you have your shit together, that you're not going to fall apart, that you feel pretty good, that you feel like you have a handle on things. The pages, you have 2 pages here, and to me, pages are learners. They're new at things. It's a new start, fresh new ideas with the Page of Wands, receiving a message with the Page of Cups. So pay attention to, the people that you encounter in the month of February, or the things that people say to you, or just understand that sometimes you have to start from the bottom up. Okay. But I really feel like Spirit is saying for you that this is nothing you can't handle. Okay. Whatever this tower moment is going to be in February, it's nothing that is going to break you, because the successful completion card is popping up. And to me, that is kind of saying, regardless, you're going to be successful and you're going to come out on top. It's not going to be a big deal. It's going to be okay. Sorry. Pretty good cards. Pretty good cards to see, but nothing to be too worried about. All right. Let's see for March. Embrace those around you. Balance. Dreams. Gossip. Judgment. 2 of Wands. Queen of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. The Star. So remember when I was talking about friendships and things crumbling and the possibility of reuniting with some friends, or, or the opposite, right? Be careful. Be careful of that, of what takes place, because I see the Gossip card to me, and embrace those around you. So I feel like this is kind of a warning, the Gossip card and embrace those around you. I feel like it's kind of saying, be careful of the people, the company that you keep, and how close to you and how close to your inner circle do you keep them. I feel, sorry, it bugs me if it's not centered, but I guess I can't. It's kind of like the camera itself is crooked. Be careful with the company you keep, and how close you are to them. Okay. I also just feel like, just be very careful with how much of yourself you give to people, because that 6 of Pentacles is coming up. And to me, the 6 of Pentacles sometimes comes up when we are putting too much too much of ourselves out there, and we're not receiving the same amount of energy back. And so these are people that take, right? They take what they can, but they don't give. And I kind of see that coming up as a theme here for this month of March. Now, remember also what I said too earlier in your reading, that the month of March is a month to watch out for, because it's a number 3. So some of these major messages that are popping up that you need to be watching out for may start to take place in the month of March. The balance card is also coming up. And I think the balance card is kind of telling you to be mindful of the balance in all of the areas of your life. We have the physical, you have the mental, you have your emotional, you have your money balance, right? The love life balance. So I think it's also too, are you putting enough of your time into all of these little areas in your life, or are you like obsessing over one part and you're not putting enough in, enough care into another? So if you know that you do that, the month of March is telling you to be mindful of it. And again, I come back to that Six of Pentacles. I see that card is definitely like the energy exchange. And if you're not balanced in all areas of your life, you're going to start to see things take place where stuff may start to crumble in one area, or, you're going to be burnt out in another area. The Judgment card to me also with the Gossip card, I feel, could be, maybe you're going to have, there's going to be somebody that you're going to realize, wow, they're not really much of a friend. There's somebody that I have to actually be on the lookout for. It could also be a matter of having to have that uncomfortable conversation with someone, or not a confession. What's the word? A confrontation. That's what I'm looking for. Because the Queen of Swords is like usually about confrontation. You're confronting someone. And I kind of see that too. But we also have a Star card. And to me, the Star is making amends, apologies, right? Working it out. So you may have a little bit of a hiccup with someone in your life in the month of March, but I do kind of feel the balance, calling them out with that Judgment card, calling them out, having that chat with them, right? That it's going to be in your favor, but be aware of what the possibility is of what's happening, because you don't want to be made to look a fool later. The Dreams card is popping up, and I feel like could be your intuition, your sixth sense. If you have a lot of prophetic dreams, maybe that's why this card is popping up. That's the first thing I was thinking of when I saw it for you. But I also kind of feel maybe be mindful of your dream state too. Are you having a lot of nightmares in the month of March? If you notice that you are having nightmares, to me, nightmares, we have them when we're stressed out, right? When we're like, there's a lot on our mind, and there's, we're dealing with or going through a lot. Sometimes we have, when there's like negative or toxic people in our life, sometimes they invade our subconscious. So pay attention to your dreams, especially if you're one of those people that you have prophetic dreams, or you can kind of have that sixth sense about things. And if your dream state is not so positive, pay attention then to the reality. What is it? Or is there a toxic person, or is there something going on in your life that you need to be made aware of? Okay. I also kind of see too that Two of Wands is simply saying the ball is in your court in this situation. So if this is dealing with a toxic person or a friend or a coworker or whoever, whatever, the ball is in your court. So it's going to be up to you to put your foot in and say something. It's going to be up to you to address it. So that's March. Let's look at April. April is open your heart, repair, playfulness, complacency, Six of Wands. Here's the Star again. The Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, and there's Judgment again. So we're seeing some cards follow each other. So this tells me to see some of the same cards from the previous month, that a lot of the themes from the previous month are going to follow into this next month. So from whatever was taking place, whoever it was that you were dealing with in March, these cards are indicating that this is unfinished business, and this is stuff that still is going to be popping up. Now, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but the cards here really show a lot of relationship stuff. So there could be stuff, if this is dealing with someone that you're in a relationship with from last month, this theme will be with the same person. Or this could be a whole nother thing, a situation that you're dealing with, but this one's going to revolve around a lover. So just kind of play it by ear, see how it goes, but that's the way I'm seeing it. Like, a lot of the energy with these cards is really lover. The message of open your heart and the repair card to me, and especially to get this star card again, to me is to reconsider. So we just talked about, like, I just gave you the advice of the month of March to, you know, remove and be aware of people who are toxic in your life. But there's going to be something, whether is this the same person who's going to come back with an apology? Is this going to be the same person that's going to come back to seek forgiveness? Or is this you reaching out to somebody and wanting to make amends with them? Someone that maybe you let go of earlier in the year, because I kind of see that theme happening. There's a lot of cleaning out with the old, on with the new kind of stuff, right? But as far as relationship goes, or if this is a friendship that you really care about, there's one that you will be repairing. So it's kind of funny how we see that take place. Like your year cards were showing that that was going to be something you would be doing, was repairing with someone from the past. So I see that taking place in the month of April. Playfulness is guiding you to, you know, don't overthink and have fun with the situation. Don't overthink to the point where it's just driving you crazy. You got to have fun. Playfulness to me is have fun with the situation. You know, whatever happens, happens. But don't be a control freak over it. The complacency card too kind of makes me feel also that this will be something that has been bothering you for a while. It's been on your mind. You haven't been able to do much with it, but you're finally going to get that opportunity. And I feel like you're going to find that it's easier for you to just try to repair that brokenness with whatever it was, or whoever it's with, than to continue. Like, I could even misinterpret this meaning, but I see the complacency as kind of just like refusing to deal with something. So at least that's intuitively how I'm reading it. It may not be the right definition of that word, but that's intuitively how I feel with this card. So this is definitely something that needs to happen. This is a connection that needs to be remade or visited again. Especially with that double star. To me, the double star is saying a lot of forgiveness, a lot of like coming full circle, right? And it could be different. Maybe one month it's you forgiving, and then the next month it's you seeking forgiveness from someone. So it just depends on how that year is going to go for you. But the star coming right beside the Six of Wands is successes in this. So this is a successful connection that will be made between you and this person. This will be a successful reuniting, right? The Knight of Cups is patience, and it's saying have patience as you move forward or as you move on. So the Six of Swords to me is it's a card about leaving stress and leaving a stressful or toxic situation and moving to a place of peace. That's actually what's taking place here, right? So I see the Knight of Cups is saying the energy of that is have patience with this. It's not something that is going to, one day you're going to wake up and you guys are good. It's going to take time to get to a place of comfort. And then the Judgment card too is popping up. So this is more confessions, or this is more having some news come to you, being revealed to you. I just see Judgment as that. I also see Judgment too as answering the call when Spirit is trying to get your attention. So there's something having to do with this situation or this person that has been long overdue is what I want to say. That you have had to make this repair for quite a while. So it's good to see that that's going to start to happen. So a lot of healing taking place. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Next, let's talk about May. So the month of May, we have 8 of emotion, or, you know, emotion. It's 8 of emotion, or it's technically the 8 of cups in that deck. Oh my gosh. Healing. I love that. Healing is like I just see this theme happening with you with your cards. Archangel Michael. Oh my goodness. Try to like line them up with the video. Recovery. Do you see that theme here though? Like going through a lot of healing, like repairing and then healing and then recovery. I freaking love it. I just see this as like you're doing the work. We have the moon. The 7 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Page of Swords. And the Page of Wands. So the other thing I'm seeing too is you get a couple queens, like you got that Queen of Swords, but you do get a lot of pages. And I feel like the pages is kind of like being new to something, like it's a new experience or a new situation that you haven't dealt with. Or it could be the immaturity level of it. So it could also be, you know, a lot of these repairs have to do from earlier on in your life. So maybe, you know, adolescence, or it's a childhood friend or someone from the past, right? A lot of this healing that you're going through could be from situations or things that you dealt with as a child, right? Or as an adolescent growing up. So keep that in mind too, because you do get a lot of pages. 8 of Emotion, to me, the 8 of Cups is all about walking away from or trying to fill a void. And I feel like maybe this is, to me, I'm hearing emotional eating. So I feel like this is stuff like dealing with, you know how like I was saying for you, a lot of your themes too, not just dealing with people, but also the self and the personal makeover. So I really feel emotional eating is going to be one of the things that you will be tackling this year. Whether it's you make the decision to start being a little bit more mindful of the foods you eat, or dealing more with the emotions and finding healthier ways to fill your voids. So I do kind of see that with the 8 of Emotion. Is working on yourself in that way. So that's a really good thing to do. That's a powerful thing to do. The moon comes right below it. That's why I was saying emotional eating, because the moon is usually our shadow parts, the things that we don't want everyone to know, our secrets. And so there could be some triggers there with emotional eating, or triggers with, you know, your health and all of that. So I'll tread lightly on that because I'm not here to be a doctor or anything, but I do kind of see that popping up. So there could be some themes or topics coming up for the month of May that will revolve around food or your eating habits or your health and wellness and that kind of stuff. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, or, you know, write a note so that when this month comes, you'll be able to have something to look at and see if that is actually true, if this actually comes about. What else do I see? Making choices with that 7 of Cups. And then also with the 4 of Wands, to me, this is home life. So making choices, you know, working a lot with the root chakra. I do see root chakra with the 4 of Wands. So a lot of this to me is a lot of childhood stuff. I feel a lot of childhood, a lot of things that make you feel secure and stable as well with these cards. And I feel like you're going to be uprooted. You're going to be in a more uncomfortable mindset or emotional place, and you're really going to have to start facing some demons, I feel. Especially I say that too because Archangel Michael came up, and we all know Archangel Michael is known for battling the demon or the devil. And so I feel like for you personally, even if you don't, but maybe you might think about working with Archangel Michael for the month of May to help you battle some of these demons that you've had to deal with for quite some time. The recovery card popping up too, though, shows me that you're definitely going to be, you know, in the up and up. So you're going to be working on these topics. It's going to be a good recovery mode for you. So a lot of healing and a lot of facing demons and facing like uncomfortable situations will be popping up for you for the month of May. But I do see that it's necessary, and it's going to very much help you in the long run. So very, very good. And lastly, we have the month of June. We have positive recognition, reflection, the guardian angel, perfection. I love it. Queen of Cups, Hierophant, Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So the month of June, one of your tarot year cards came up for this, which tells me that this is going to be a strong one. I feel this is work related. So I feel like this is work related. Positive recognition, reflection, perfection. I feel like this is showing that you're going to be in a really good, positive place in your work. Okay. You're going to be acknowledged, and you're going to be feeling like people are actually seeing you and the work you do for what it is, like hard work, right? I just see that too. With the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant. To me, the Hierophant is really feeling more stable and solid and secure. I see the Hierophant also as having a schedule or a routine that's going to work for you. I see the Ace of Wands as new ideas, especially because we have the Hangman, which I was saying, when you turn him upside down, he's, inspired. And the Ace of Wands is new beginnings, new ideas, and new passions. So I think that the month of June is going to be a key month for you. I feel like it's definitely going to open some doors. There's going to be some new ideas and new inspirations that are going to be coming your way. So be aware of that. But I also feel like this is I also feel like this is a month of being recognized for a lot of your hard work, projects that you've been working on throughout the year. If you've been feeling like you haven't been noticed, or if you've been feeling like you haven't been, doing so great, the month of June is going to be a really good check-in for you with that. That is pretty much showing you that you're good, like you're doing a really good thing. Try not to be too much of a perfectionist, though. I feel like that could be a little bit of a hiccup for you when you try to be super perfect. Making mistakes is a strength because it teaches you about yourself and about your work. So try not to be so in perfection mode, because I feel like that reflection card is kind of saying, make sure that, you're looking at yourself, right? It's a mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and realize that, you don't have to be perfect at everything that you do, that it's okay to make a mistake, or it's okay to not know what your next move is. But other than that, keeping a strict schedule will be really good for you as you go maneuver through this month. I think that's going to be really good for you too. So love it. Woo! Okay, my love, let's go ahead and jump into part 3 to do the remainder of your year. So I will see you there.